The Akbash dog is a creature that seems to step right out of legend. Tall, graceful, cloaked in a snowy white coat and carrying the watchful eyes of an ancient guardian, this breed has roamed the hills and plains of Turkey for thousands of years. To meet an Akbash is to meet not just a dog, but a living relic of pastoral history, a silent protector whose story winds through human civilization itself. The origins of the Akbash take us back to Western Turkey, some 3,000 years ago. Shepherds of the Anatolian region faced a daily battle against predators, wolves, bears, jackals, and even human raiders who saw opportunity in an unguarded flock. To survive, these shepherds needed more than a herding dog. They needed a guardian capable of independent thought, fierce courage, and unwavering loyalty. Out of this necessity, the Akbash was born. The word itself means white head in Turkish, a simple description of their striking appearance. Their pale coats allowed them to blend in seamlessly with the sheep and goats they were charged with defending. Camouflage was not just aesthetic, it was a tactic. When a predator crept close, it could not distinguish the protector from the flock until it was too late. But the Akbash is not just a relic of culture and geography. Modern science has traced their DNA and revealed something fascinating. The Akbash shares a common ancestry with other ancient livestock guardians, such as the Hungarian Kuvasz and the Great Pyrenees. These breeds likely descended from a Central Asian lineage of great white guardian dogs that migrated alongside nomadic peoples, spreading across continents. The Akbash of Turkey, shaped by centuries of selective breeding, carries both the echoes of this ancient migration and the unique imprint of the Anatolian shepherd's needs. Standing between 28 and 34 inches tall and weighing as much as 140 pounds, the Akbash is built like a fortress on four legs. Yet this size does not make them clumsy or slow. Instead, their long legs and deep chests give them endurance, allowing them to patrol for hours on rugged terrain without tiring. Their double coats, thick yet surprisingly adaptable, keep them warm against harsh mountain winters and cool in the sun-scorched summers. The whiteness of the fur, while symbolic, also serves practical purposes. It reflects heat and helps the dog remain visible to its human companions during night watches. What makes the Akbash especially fascinating is not just their physical form, but their psychology. Unlike herding breeds such as the Border Collie, who respond instantly to human whistles and commands, the Akbash was bred to make decisions alone. Far out in the hills, a shepherd might be miles away, and the dog had to choose: confront the wolf, hold the line, or drive the threat away. This independence has given the Akbash a reputation for stubbornness. Trainers may find them resistant to rote obedience, but this is not a flaw. It is the mark of their intelligence. Scientists studying canine cognition describe them as having high problem-solving ability but low bidability, meaning they are thinkers first and followers second. In the field, this trait can mean the difference between life and death for the flock. Even in modern times, the Akbash continues its role as protector. In Turkey, they remain a common sight, pacing along the edges of flocks, just as their ancestors did centuries ago. But their reach has extended far beyond Anatolia. In the United States, for example, ranchers introduced Akbash dogs to guard sheep from coyotes. The results were dramatic. Studies by the Department of Agriculture reported reductions of livestock losses by as much as 90% when Akbash guardians were deployed. This isn't just folklore. It's measurable scientific evidence of the breed's effectiveness. Across Australia and Canada, similar programs have brought the Akbash into the service of modern ranching communities, where their ancient instincts continue to prove invaluable. Yet for all their formidable power, Akbash dogs are not simply warriors. Those who live with them often describe them as gentle giants. With children, they show remarkable patience, often lying quietly while little hands tug at their fur. With other household animals, they extend the same protective instinct that they show toward sheep, considering them members of their circle. But their protective streak should never be underestimated. An Akbash does not bark for no reason. When its deep voice echoes across the fields, it carries weight. Predators learn quickly to respect the warning. There are also endearing details that make the Akbash unforgettable. Their lifespan, around 10 to 12 years, is relatively long for a giant breed. Their calm demeanor makes them more contemplative than playful. But when young, their bounding energy and snowy coats give them an almost mythical beauty. In Turkey, they are celebrated not only as working dogs but as cultural symbols, woven into folk tales and village traditions that honor their role as defenders of both wealth and survival. The story of the Akbash is, in truth, the story of partnership between humans and animals. For millennia, shepherds entrusted their livelihoods to these dogs, and the Akbash never failed them. Today, they remain guardians of flocks and families, bridging the ancient and the modern. When the sun sets over the Anatolian hills and the shadows lengthen, the flock rests peacefully, not because danger has vanished, but because the Akbash stands watch. In its calm eyes, you can glimpse a lineage unbroken by time, a silent vow passed from generation to generation, to protect, to endure, and to remain forever faithful.